Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Dragonball Nation. Now I've got my Q&A finally. It's been a while, but I've had that copyright strike. I don't really need to go over that because pretty much all of you watching this probably already know about that. So this Q&A is basically, I guess really it is 300 subscribers, obviously, but it really is a longer Q&A because I haven't made a lot of you guys wait. So let's get right into it. Mr. Satan, I a god. I assume he means is a god, and he wants to know if he's a god. And yes, Mr. Satan's a god. He beat Cell and he beat Majin Buu. So, next question. How old is your brother? Well, he's here to do his Q&A with me, so he can tell you himself.
I'm not telling you guys. You guys can go. Whatever. Okay, I'm 20.
20 years old, and he's still a little bitch, too.
Still a man-child.
Yeah, well, a link to his channel will be in the description below for anyone that wants to check him out. He's got 10K 3 footage, 1080p, 60 frames per second, right?
That's what I'm currently doing. No one else is doing it, so sometimes I'll throw some stupid stuff out there like I've already done.
Alright, so definitely check him out. Show him some love. Link will be in the description below. But move on to the next question. Gogeta SSJ4 versus Vegito SSJ God. You want to take this one first?
Go ahead first.
I'm going to say Vegito. Now, I said Super Saiyan 4 is a stronger transformation in my Super Saiyan 4 versus, God video. And I didn't give it Super Saiyan 4 that much of an edge. And considering assuming we're going to put Vegito and Gogeta in the same timeline, like if they're both in Dragon Ball GT, not giving any, power scaling difference or anything. I'm going to give it Super Saiyan God just because I think the Potara fusion is much stronger, and, I would still assume Goku would still be stronger than Vegeta, so he wouldn't have to lower his power level for Vegito. So what do you think?
Pretty much the same as you, assuming two sets of Goku and Vegeta, same power levels and everything. I would think Vegeta would be stronger. Yeah,
like we're not going to take Battle of Gods Goku and Vegeta and put them against GT Goku and Vegeta. Even though I have a video that I'm going to release in the future that I think Vegeta might have declined in GT compared to what he was at the World Tournament at the end of Z. After that, however many, 10 years it was, I think he may have declined, and I'll put a video to that in the future, but yeah.
What, you think Vegeta got weaker?
Vegeta might have gotten weaker.
Doesn't seem like him, but...
he didn't really train too much until after Baby took over him.
That's true. Well...
So, before, pre-Baby... I guess body taking over, he was weaker. I'm going to do a video to analyze, so my opinion could change, but it's going to be really discussing that. Well, might as well get into the next question. Who's your favorite unfused Saiyan? Goku. I did a top 5 Dragon Ball Z characters, and Goku was my #1. What about you?
I'd have to go with Trunks, Future Trunks specifically.
Going for the half-breeds.
Oh, you want just straight up saying probably Goku.
Who would you rather be, Cell or Buu? I choose Cell because I would be like a super nuke that gets stronger each time. That's definitely true, but I don't know necessarily because he would be getting stronger. I don't think he'd keep blowing himself and coming back because his explosions would get stronger, but I'd want to be Cell too because Cell's my favorite villain. How about you?
I
mean, if you were Buu, you could absorb Cell.
Well, on one hand with Buu, you get Justin Cook's voice, but Damon Clark for Cell. Probably Cell, I guess. I don't know. Buu gets kind of weird with all the stuff taken out of him. Like, when he lost Majin Buu, Super Buu did, he said he wouldn't beat him anymore. That kind of scared me, that happening to me, so I guess Cell. Yeah.
How often do you take the bus? Never really. I took it a few times when I went to high school, but, I mean, I can walk to work. It's like a 10-minute walk, so, what about you?
Well, when I went to school, it was usually farther away than where his usual transit. So I took the bus like every day for school.
Yeah, but we're both adults now, so, we don't take the bus anymore. You were on a bus, but because there's no seats left, an old woman is forced to stand on the bus. Would you rather offer her your seat? I mean, yeah, I mean, it's common courtesy Definitely, I think so.
As long as she hasn't done anything, I'm not gonna be a dick. I'll let her sit.
I've had some bad experiences with old ladies being real assholes.
Well, as long as they haven't done it to me yet.
Who do you prefer, Kid Goten or Kid Gohan? I'm gonna go with Goten. I mean, assuming you're not talking about Kid Gohan as in, like, you know, Cell Games Gohan, because Gohan was never a teenager in the Cell Games. In the manga, he was 9, I believe. In the anime, he was 11, so he wasn't a teenager. I mean, if you're to consider that Gohan a kid, I'd pick Gohan, but assuming we're referring to him as Teen Gohan, I'll pick Goten.
Same there. Just if it was, you know, Teen Gohan, they including, because he got to wear Piccolo's cape, and that was pretty awesome.
Piccolo's cape isn't all it's cracked up to be.
You're wrong.
What would you do in this situation? A man comes up to you in the street and wants to fight you. A, do you walk away? B, do you fight him? If he throws a punch at me, he's getting knocked in the ground, but I don't want to start a fight with someone that doesn't, you know, start anything with me. I don't care if they're saying words and all that. Words mean nothing. If he's starting to throw punches at me, he's going to be in trouble.
I'll probably try not to fight him, but might have to defend myself.
Might have to lose, too.
Probably won't be successful. Probably have to have you come save me.
Are you excited for Dragon Ball Z Frieza Reborn? But yeah, I think most people are. There's a couple of things that seem a little bit silly about it, but a lot of the recent, you know, footage and images we've seen has definitely piqued my interest. Anything Dragon Ball is good enough for me.
It's a new Dragon Ball movie.
That's all you gotta say.
What else is there? Of course I'm excited.
What is your opinion on Dragon Ball Z Wrath of the Dragon? I think it's a pretty good Dragon Ball Z movie, but it's not my #1 or even probably my top 5. I think it's a little bit overrated as far as Dragon Ball films go. I know it's on a lot of people's top 3 films for Dragon Ball, but it's not quite up there for me, but it is a good film. Have you seen Wrath of the Dragon?
I've seen it once. It was, from what I remember, it was okay. I guess it was kind of cool how they tried to explain how Trunks got his sword, even though, you know, it's not canon.
Doesn't make sense in the whole...
It doesn't really apply to the Trunks we saw.
Not at all. And you can see in the link will be in the description below. Quamman did a video on how future Trunks, how future Trunks got his sword. That's what it was. Definitely an interesting video. But yeah, I think Tapion's overrated too. But we'll get on. What's your opinion on Dragon Ball Z Super Android 13? I mean, if you're referring to the film, yeah, I think that was actually a really good Dragon Ball Z movie. I liked the action in it. And I thought Android 13, albeit overpowered, definitely was a nice addition to the universe, I suppose.
I have not seen that movie, so I can't say.
Man, you're watching it tomorrow. I can't believe you haven't seen. You haven't watched a couple of the movies, actually.
I think that's one of the only ones I haven't seen.
Man, not even a true Dragon Ball fan.
Sorry, I don't watch non-canon stuff all the time.
Whatever.
My bad.
Some of that's the most entertaining. What's your opinion on Dragon Ball Z Fusion Reborn? Awesome Dragon Ball Z film. Gogeta's a badass. Janemba's an alright villain, not too great, but there's definitely a lot of comedy in that movie, a lot of action. Hitler was funny in it. What do you think?
I haven't seen it either.
You have to.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was pretty funny with Pycon screaming at that barrier. And it was pretty good. I do wish the fight between Gogeta and Janemba was longer, but...
I think they made Gogeta look a little bit more overpowered. I think if it was like a regular episode or in the manga, they would have dragged it out. Probably. I think it's because they're condensing it.
They might have been running out of time for
That's what a lot of people don't understand when they make the movies, is that they're shorter and they gotta condense the fight scenes.
Well, they got a certain time they can have for the movie. Can't be too long.
Okay. What's your favorite thing to have for breakfast? Man, I don't have to pick a breakfast item, technically, but chicken fried steak.
Denny serves it for breakfast. I can't count it as breakfast.
Oh, yeah, they do serve it as breakfast. Yep, chicken fried steak.
Same
Hands
here.
down. But if you really want a breakfast item, then, I don't know, man, waffles. You got a breakfast item you want to throw in there?
Chicken fried steak, definitely go with that. Can't think of something. I do like, you can get them at Walmart, I think. They're chocolate marshmallow maize, some sort of generic cereal. It's like Lucky Charms and Cocoa Pebbles combined. So it's got the Lucky Charms and marshmallows, and it's amazing.
Do you have a tablet or an iPad? Yeah, I got a tablet. I don't use it. I really just use my phone, my computer, and my Xboxes. What about you?
I used to have a tablet. It got stolen. It wasn't that great. It was just an original Samsung Galaxy Tab. My mom has an iPad, but, you know, it's not mine. Just throwing that out there, I guess.
Would you describe yourself as old-fashioned person? I mean, I guess so. I'm to an extent. There's some things I'm old-fashioned about. It's kind of a subjective question, really. I mean, there's some things I'm old-fashioned about as far as like common courtesy and a lot of that other stuff. But I don't really know.
I'm not sure I quite understand the question. Exactly.
I'm confused. It's kind of a way too broad of a question.
But like he said, manners and common courtesy, our parents raised us pretty well in that regard.
Yeah, a lot of this generation has really shit manners.
I'm not saying that they didn't do good other ways, but I'm just saying we're well mannered because of that.
There were these two kids that came into work today, and they reeked of pot heavily.
I just threw my hands.
Raise your damn kids.
Shrugged my shoulders. I guess you guys couldn't see that. Yeah, that's the way I go.
Would you describe yourself as an atheist? I mean, I don't believe in God, so atheist sounds like a really harsh word.
Well, a lot of atheists can be dicks.
Yeah, but like the amazing atheists.
Always those like extreme people.
I don't believe in God, but I mean, yeah, it's the definition of an atheist is someone who does not have a religion or a general definition of it. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. Do you feel like revealing your thoughts?
I don't know. I guess it'd be like agnostic.
Agnostic.
You're probably more like that, aren't you?
No.
You just straight up.
I used to be a little bit hesitant, but I'm pretty positive that.
I got no idea.
In my honest opinion, there's nothing out there. You guys can believe what you want. I'm not gonna harp on you or anything. Everyone is entitled to their opinions. It's just what I feel. We're all different.
Yeah, like you said. Personally, I don't know. That's just straight up it. I do not know. Can't prove anything, really.
You know the way Cell made the rule for the Cell games where you go outside the ring? I already know what this question's gonna be. Go outside the ring, you lose. Well, I was thinking Cell almost went out of the ring, but he actually... what if he actually did? Would he lose his own Cell games, or would he say, fuck it, and just scrap that rule? I've talked about this with my buddy Phil, who's been on this channel once or twice. I definitely think if Cell got knocked out of the ring, he would have been very angry and would have definitely gone into a fit of rage. What do you think?
What were the Cell games for? Like, what was the?
It was to test his strength, and if you lose, the Earth will be destroyed. I don't.
Did he ever state what if he won? If he just leave it alone, or what?
He never stated. He never said that. He probably assumed that if you won, you beat him. Actually,
probably. He probably assumed that he'd be killed, and of course he'd never imagine it actually happened. So yeah, he'd probably be pretty pissed off. He technically would have lost, but it wouldn't matter. He just...
Then again, Perfect Cell was a pretty good sport, but when he turned super perfect, he was kind of an asshole.
He did seem kind of gentlemanly. You know, in the...
Cell, take the Sensu bean. Thank you, Goku. I will use this bean.
Indubitably.
He's not that British sounding.
Shut up.
Fucking love his voice. What is your opinion on swearing? Well, I've sweared quite a few times in this video. I swear a lot outside of YouTube. I don't really swear in my main channel videos, but here on these ones, I do swear a decent amount. But I don't have a problem if you swear, really at all. There's only a couple words that bother me, not too many. But I mean, you can swear, you swear. They're just words. They only hurt you if you let them hurt you. What do you think?
Well, personally, I like... That was an awful.
That was the worst joke I've heard all day. Then again, it's 12:40 a.m.
It's midday, so shut up.
Worst joke I've heard in the last 2 days.
Worst person I've seen all day. I don't care if you swear, really. I guess. Not usually. I guess.
Keep it down to a minimum in public.
I'm not gonna be swearing on my YouTube videos if I do any silly things. Try not to, anyways. Not too much.
How often do you swear outside of YouTube? Can I just answer this? I swear quite a bit. Do you look at Unreal Entertainment Gaming? You know, I'm gonna reveal a little bit because I don't care. I mean, I know he's not gonna see this, and it's not gonna matter. Even if he did see this, I don't care. And you know, whatever you guys think of my opinion on him is whatever. I know probably a lot of you guys watch him, but I go on his channel from time to time to just look at the dumb shit he puts on there sometimes. He puts so many stupid theories up, and he'll sometimes make a theory, and he'll pretty much make people believe that it's a fact. It's happened many times. He's not very consistent with his details when he's releasing news and stuff. He's not very consistent. He just makes up a lot of stuff. I don't know what you guys think. I know it's a problem that a lot of people have, and it's just one of mine personal. I don't hate the guy. He seems like an alright guy, but don't enjoy a lot of his content. I'm not subscribed to him, but I do go to his channel. He does these manga type reviews, which I kind of wanted to do, but I decided not to. I might still in the future. It was like the fan-made mangas, which are pretty good ones at that, but I mean, he's alright. I just don't like a lot of things he did, and maybe you could tell from that video I made about a week ago on his theory. I did a response to that. What do you think? You probably don't really know him that much.
I only know of him because you did your video.
And then you did a parody of that in a way, didn't you?
I did a parody of the crazy theories in general.
And if you want to see that parody, look at his channel and subscribe to him.
I'm sorry, it was bad. I apologize a lot for that.
Why do you think Quaman doesn't show his face? I mean, he just wants to protect his own privacy. He said he's claimed that there's a lot of crazy people out there, and there are. I mean, myself, I don't care if you guys see my face, know my name, my age, all that stuff. I just won't give you my social security number or my credit card number. You guys can do whatever, but Quaman wants to do whatever he wants to do. I'm sure, you know, he does whatever he wants, really. Sam, you don't watch Quaman?
Not really. No offense. Sometimes Josh tells me to watch a video straight up of his, so I'll do that. He tells me to.
What's your favorite Christmas song? What are those heavy metal Christmas songs?
The New Siberian Orchestra.
Yeah, I guess those are the ones I'll listen to.
It's pretty awesome.
When you work in retail and you hear Christmas songs playing for the last 3 weeks, it gets a little bit obnoxious. Although I did see Skeletor on the radio. Or not on the radio, on TV.
The Honda commercial, I think.
He was trying to destroy He-Man! Well, might as well move on. Those were just repeated questions, so I deleted 2 of them.
Took that one. Oh no, that's different, sorry.
Yeah. I have another video suggestion. What if Goku, Gohan, and Piccolo found a way to defeat Raditz without Goku having to sacrifice himself? How will this situation affect the entire series right up till the last episode of Dragon Ball Z? Okay, let me just briefly skim over this again, because I kind of blindly read it. Okay. Well, Goku would be a lot, and I mean a lot, weaker. He would easily lose to Nappa, because no one besides Goku was strong enough to beat Nappa, and I don't think Goku would have been able to defeat him, especially not knowing that Kaioken. So, I mean, the series really ends right there of that fight. Don't you agree?
Probably. I mean, he wouldn't be able to get as good training on Earth.
He'd still be stronger than Piccolo,
He'd
I
probably
think.
get a little more training because he wouldn't have had to go through Snake Way and all that, but
maybe if...
probably wouldn't be enough.
Yeah, maybe if they all worked together, they were doing a decent job against Nappa. Maybe if they all worked together, they could have possibly defeated Nappa. I don't know, but they definitely wouldn't have been able to defeat Vegeta. Not a chance, especially with his Great Ape.
Maybe if Kami had arranged some sort of deal with King Yellow to allow him to go train with King Kai.
Definitely.
For the sake of the Earth, possibly.
Maybe, but
maybe
the Earth wasn't a big substantial aid to the Kais and all that other stuff.
Right.
And that actually really didn't happen until the Buu saga, to be honest. But I do have a video suggestion. What if Goku never learned the Spirit Bomb from King Kai? That's actually can be a video topic, don't you think?
Maybe.
It's possible to get pretty far in the series without it.
I mean, he didn't really do too much usually.
Frieza didn't.
The only thing successful kill with
Kid Buu was the only one that died from it. Yeah.
Maybe not just in the anime series, not in movies.
Yeah. But that definitely can be a video topic, so you can expect that at some point. I'm not promising it anytime soon, but it's definitely going to be on the back burner. I do have a video suggestion. What if Piccolo was never born? How will it affect the Dragon Ball series and the entire DBZ series leading up until the last episode of Dragon Ball Z? Too many butterfly effects to really consider, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, are you
the extent to it, are they talking about Piccolo's and
Junior?
Piccolo Junior, or yeah, King Piccolo?
Yeah. That's just too much, too big of a what if.
Well, Probably when Raditz come to Earth, that'd probably be about the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, really.
Without Piccolo, Goku probably wouldn't even be as strong without having to face Piccolo.
That's right, because he would have had a... I mean, Zenkai boosts weren't really a thing in Dragon Ball, but, I mean, I think it's fair enough to him, take him into account.
Well, even then, he might not have been training enough without a strong opponent.
I don't know if he was... I don't know if he was training too much after Piccolo.
Well, once again, which
Junior.
Piccolo they're talking about. I mean, that's what trying to keep up with Piccolo, so keep him from doing anything evil.
True. Are you racist? No, I don't think either of us are really racist.
I really hate little dogs.
No one's gonna understand.
Like the one I own.
That thing's a little monster.
Okay, I love it. No, I'm not a damn racist.
What's your favorite Christmas song? Kind of answer this way. It's pretty much the same question, actually.
I think so.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about Christmas? Man, if anyone says their favorite thing isn't getting presents, they're lying. They are absolutely lying to you. I mean, I like giving presents to an extent, but I don't like spending money too often. But getting anything for Christmas is awesome. What do you think?
I love not present stuff because I'm not shallow.
Yeah, alright.
That's it.
You're a goddamn liar is what you are. If the Death Note was real, who would you kill with it? Oh, that's a good question for you to start off because you actually watched Death Note.
I don't know.
You'd kill someone.
Well, in the series, they say that whoever used the Death Note cannot go to heaven or hell, though I think it was kind of implied that that was because there wasn't neither, so... I mean, I guess probably someone really evil. Kind of the way Light started off. Hopefully I wouldn't go too crazy with it, but who knows?
Man.
Dragon Ball Nation, that's it. I'll do it. I know his real name and his face, so I mean, I got it.
Gotta go with Kim Jong-un. He's the only evil guy I could think of right now.
I wouldn't say that, Josh. They'll hack the servers. They'll hack YouTube and take down your video.
Yeah, they'll release my videos early in short bursts.
Which means short birders.
No, nothing to birder. Nothing about birder. Okay. If the Death Note was real, would detectives be able to catch the person with the Death Note? Do you think it was a little bit far-fetched that they had him come out in the show?
L was pretty smart, so I mean, not really.
I don't know a lot about the show, but I do know some of it.
I'm, like, assuming this... And where the Death Note is real, assuming the anime Death Note exists too, somebody, I mean, with all the people out there who got access to the internet now, someone might, you know, who've watched the show, they might have realized that it seems kind of similar, even though it's far-fetched. So maybe they might look into it, who knows. So maybe.
Okay.
Also, you know, it depends how well that guy covers his tracks.
Right. Who's your favorite DBZ fusion? If you want to go just off of Z, it's going to surprise some people, but I do actually like Vegito a little bit more. But if we're going as a general series, I really like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and I think a lot of people do. What do you think?
Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is pretty cool. There's only like 3 of them, really.
Yeah. I mean, Gotenks.
Gotenks is pretty cool, you know, I'll probably go Gotenks. Tianxia was kind of funny. It doesn't want to. I think it was in Budokai 2, was it?
Then you got Goku. Yeah, Budokai 2 had Tianxia, which you would have to think would be pretty weak because TM had to lower his power level a lot to do the dance.
But he's not my favorite. I'm just saying he's silly. I kind of like that. I'd probably go Gotenks.
You know, a weird thing is though that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is more It's much more childish than regular Gogeta. But when you turn Super Saiyan 4, you're supposed to be more serious and lose more control.
Maybe it's just because of how extremely powerful.
I think it's because.
Kind of like how Vegeta
fucking
was with
Dragon
Boo.
Ball GT, and that's why.
Well, Vegeta was toying with Boo so much. Maybe it was just just an effect of him being so powerful.
That actually is a good point. Who's your favorite celebrity? Man, I'm not gonna do a cop-out answer and pick a Dragon Ball Z voice actor.
I might.
That probably wouldn't even be it, but that's a really tough one because I don't think about that too often.
Probably give a few, I guess. I mean, like voice actor and then.
Well, yeah, Sean Schemmel, Christopher Sabat. I'll just throw them out there because they are in the Funimation cast. But Man,
I got my
Jack
picks.
Black. I like him, but he's going downhill recently. I haven't seen him in much.
I like Steve Bloom because his voice is amazing.
What's he playing so people know?
Steve Bloom. He's
What kind of animes?
You've probably heard his voice a lot. He's Orochimaru in Naruto. He's also Zabuza. I don't think he's actually in Dragon Ball, though.
Probably not.
You know what? I can't think. Bulletstorm, he plays the main character in
Cowboy
that.
Bebop, right?
Cowboy Bebop, he's Spike. He's in a lot of
Is
stuff.
he in Yu Yu Hakusho?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
Well,
And Liam Neeson's pretty awesome. Oh, Liam O'Brien. That's it. I wanted to say him too. He's pretty awesome.
what's your real name? My name is Josh. I've said it a bunch of times, I think.
My name's Sam. I think you
Alright.
may have said it before.
I probably already said it. Alright, we're going to answer one more question. We're going to answer 2 more questions. Because,
Oh, God.
and then we're going to go all the way to the top, just so everyone kind of gets, like the people in the middle go to the bottom, and then they'll get answered next week.
Sorry, guys in the middle.
Yeah, they'll wait. Have you ever had a teacher who you'd like to have sex with? Of course.
Hot
teachers do exist. The French teacher.
Yeah.
There was like 3
Yo,
actually.
watch your video. She's gonna know.
Believe it or not, my school had 3 hot teachers. And I have a really high standard of women, so actually they're probably really hot to a lot of people. I have pretty high standards. Kind of my downfall most of the time. What do you think, Sam?
Not really. No offense.
Your teachers are kind of
A
gross.
lot of my teachers are like older ladies.
Some people like old ladies.
Yeah. I don't know.
Alright. I wanted to answer the one after this. Do you like Chinese food? God damn, yeah. That's one of my favorite things to eat. General Tso's chicken, sweet and sour chicken, teriyaki chicken, any of that chicken. Whether or not it's actually chicken, doesn't matter because it tastes damn good.
It's okay.
What do you mean it's okay?
It's just not my favorite thing in the world. I do like that Chinese buffet on Wolf Road, but
Chinese buffet, man.
I don't remember what.
Oh no, now they're gonna look up Wolf Road and find out
Oh, no,
a place we
they
live
know
in.
the capital of the state. We're screwed.
Oh,
Is it actually in Albany or not?
yeah, I think it's in Albany.
Close. I don't know if it's actually.
All right, now let's get up to the top. I might have to reload the page actually because it's
So shift it down too much or something.
yeah, it'll,
Hey, it's
that's
Dr.
problems.
Love.
Yep, Dr. Love. I hope I didn't miss any shout outs.
Um,
They always like
I've been trying to look.
I don't usually see them. People don't usually link.
Maybe I'll try to see if there's some sort of user script that can
Yeah.
highlight them.
Yep,
I'll look it up after, I guess.
because I'm
later.
ADHD, man. Rate your dancing skills from 1 worst to 10 best. That's the question of the day. I'm good at slow dancing. That's about it. Sam, you don't dance at all.
I don't dance, so I'm just gonna go with 1, so that's probably bad.
I'm gonna give myself a 5 just because I can slow dance, but I can't do anything else. So I mean, I'll go right in the middle. How long do you plan on doing YouTube? As long as you guys keep watching. I mean, that's really it, man. I love doing it. There's only been like the one time I really didn't like editing a video was that Raging Blast 1 vs 2 because it was annoying to edit. But I enjoy doing it so much. It's a really good hobby. And eventually, you know, I'll start making decent money from it, you know, maybe a year from now. My channel's gotten some pretty insane growth. Considering I don't really go on and tell, you know, go and comment, you know, on people's videos and tell them to subscribe and stuff. If I see someone discussing something, I'll talk to them a little bit and be like, you know, hey, I did this video. If you're at all interested, it might help answer your question. But I don't go and, you know, spam messages or anything.
We did do a few at the beginning.
No. What I did
spam. I mean, you posted
before I had any videos, I went on one of Kwaman's recent videos and told Kwaman that I was doing a channel. I didn't mention that, you know, come subscribe to me. I just told Kwaman. I could have sent him a private message, but for some reason I didn't. I did it to Kwaman and I did it to Black and Fist, and they both checked me out, and they definitely have been good support to the channel. But yeah, I haven't really asked for any shoutouts at all actually, but that's really it. I feel pretty good about the growth I've had here.
I'll shout you out.
Yeah, with your 8 subscribers.
My single subscriber who wasn't already from you, he'll probably subscribe.
That was from me.
I think
that was me.
I think there was one who wasn't from you though.
I was your first subscriber.
I meant after you.
After me. How many you have now? Like 8?
I don't know.
I wonder if they're from me.
Something. Most of them are probably all from you. I think I have one who's not.
This
And
question,
Phil didn't subscribe.
well, Phil can piss off, and he's probably not even watching this.
So he probably won't watch it.
He watches like a minute of it. All right. And this question was from Dr. Love 307, who is another YouTuber who watches my videos. He actually has a pretty good channel himself, so check it out. Link will be in the description. as are there'll be a lot of links in this video. I hope I don't lose track of them. If you ever have a child, will you show him or her Dragon Ball Z?
That's kind of a silly question.
Of course I will, and if they don't like it, I'm gonna disown them.
Just gonna leave them somewhere.
I'll probably just leave them at your house, and then they'll, you know, you'll probably take care of them.
So with mom loves babies so much, she'll probably keep them.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I mean, if they don't like Dragon Ball Z, man, I'm gonna be real disappointed with them. What about you?
Pretty much.
If you even have kids.
Also, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, just show them the best animes, but none of those overrated crap. Cough bleach. Excuse me, I'm starting to get a cold.
Why are you coughing up bleach? I don't get it.
Because I drank too much bleach. What?
Hey!
What if Bardock went to Earth with Goku when he was a baby? It's kind of a... I mean, I know what you're saying, but, I mean... Bardock was way stronger than anyone up until Vegeta, so, I mean, I don't know what... I mean, Bardock wouldn't...
What was his 10,000 power level?
It's estimated.
Which is over 9,000.
But the whole chapter with Goku's mother complicates it, because Bardock wasn't really a... He wasn't the same person he was in the film.
Yeah, it got changed around a lot.
He's not anywhere near the same person. So it depends what kind of Bardock you're talking about, but if you ask it again and be more specific, I'll answer you, man. But it's too broad because of the different Bardocks. Even the Bardock in the film where he becomes a Super Saiyan, which is a completely bullshit film. No way a blast is going to send you back in time. And if it would, why didn't all the other Saiyans go back?
It could have been a special thing that happened.
Yeah, fuck that movie.
Maybe they did go back, huh?
Not the he is not the first Super Saiyan, so anyone thinks he is wrong.
You know, honestly, I'd rather have Bardock being legendary Super Saiyan than Broly.
Goku is the only Super Saiyan that we see. He's the first one we see. Favorite Marvel superhero?
Well, I mean, Super Saiyan God.
Well, that complicates things. All the new stuff Toriyama's doing is complicating things, but that's probably going to be a discussion in a video, to be honest with you. There's a lot to say about that, but I still love Toriyama. Made the best show and best series ever.
Even if he did forget about Super Saiyan 2.
He forgot about Super Saiyan 2. He thought he forgot Super Saiyan 3 was its own thing, so he thought it was Super Saiyan 2.
I think he just forgot which one Super Saiyan 2 looked like.
He's getting too old, man. He's almost 60. Whatever. Favorite Marvel superhero? Who's your favorite?
Are you waiting for me?
Because I don't want to answer first.
I don't read Marvel much, but Spider-Man's pretty cool.
I honestly go with Spider-Man myself, because I don't pay attention to Marvel, but I can tell you're probably a comic book fan.
Is it Deadpool Marvel?
Yeah, Deadpool. Don't be that guy takes the popular
I'm not
answer.
saying that. I'm just asking if it's...
Well, I can tell you like comic books, so
if
you do enjoy comic books, check out the Comic Corner. I'll leave a link to their channel in the description below. They do a lot of comic book stuff, comic book discussion, so you know, definitely check them out. They're just starting off, so.
I just want to say check out Kwame's Land, so he can't say it.
Kwame.
No, you can't do it.
Kwame
not for that question.
Kwame should be the first person you check out. He's a legend. What do you think of the ending of DBZ? Could have been better. Wasn't terrible. I thought the ending to GT was pretty good, actually. I mean, the whole time skip at the end of GT was a little bit off, but the ending, like when Goku rides off, I think was a very nice ending. But I will do a video in the future on what my personal ending for Dragon Ball Z would be, like what I think it should be. But it'll be a shorter video. But what do you think?
Well, like you said, GT's was pretty nice, even if it ain't canon. And I'd say Z's is pretty good, I guess.
Definitely could have been better.
I definitely do like Battle of Gods, though, since it left us open for more stuff.
Right.
That's not the question, but...
Alright. If Vegito took a time... Vegito? I'm not even...
Wait, what's wrong with it?
I just started reading. I'm like, I'm overwhelmed. If Vegito took a time machine back in time and fused with Gogeta, what would happen and why? Now, I have a theory.
Yeah.
You know how they say you have to have similar body stripes? With the Patara fusion and the fusion dance beacon, since they're two different beings.
Well, they're around the same height, aren't they?
Yeah, but they're two different fusions. Two different types.
I mean, you know, it didn't really come up if fake.
Kira Toriyama never would have thought of it.
He may have thought of it.
I just don't think they would be able to fuse. I don't think they would at all.
It hasn't been stated. I just can't say.
I feel like they would just have different. I mean, Vegeta would always have the lowest power level.
I don't think you probably can't do the fusion dance while fused.
Right.
I mean, it hasn't been stated once again, but it kind of makes
What
sense.
if it cancels out the Potara?
And we don't know about Potara, but I don't think you probably couldn't do Potara fusion again either.
What if when they timed out of the fusion that they all four
That's another thing.
fusees
What happens?
split out?
It'd probably be Vegito and then split out.
Well, if it split, what if it split out four Vegetos?
The universe would be screwed. Well, anyone bad in the universe would.
You'd kick the shit out of Beerus.
Literally kick.
Do you think Vegito was stronger than Beerus?
4 Vegetos would be.
Super Saiyan 3 Vegito could take Beerus. And here's the thing that I haven't said before. When Goku was talking about his fused form Battle of Gods not being able to take on Beerus, I'm pretty positive he was talking about Gogeta. I know it's not canon, but that is literally the hypothetical fusion as what it would be if they fused. I don't think he was talking about Vegito because they didn't have Potara earrings anymore.
What do you say? Even fusion would be strong enough?
Yeah, he said he didn't think so. And
probably talking about
in the Funimation dub and the Japanese sub, he said that. I think he was probably talking about Super Saiyan Gogeta, and I don't think he was taking Super Saiyan 3 into account with those fusions. I think a Super Saiyan 3 Vegito would easily take out Beerus.
If he can do it. I mean, he should be able to.
No reason he shouldn't be able to. A very strong Super Saiyan 3.
Always going to the time chamber for a day.
Right.
He really needs to.
But remember in Cell Saga, Goku said that
maybe not actually.
he told Vegeta, if you want to torture yourself in there, go ahead, but he decided it wasn't a good training source. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Hyperbolic Time Chamber is a very stressful place.
Well, just if he needed the time to learn the fusing.
I mean, if it was such a good training place, why wasn't he fusing there instead of King, or why wasn't he training there instead of King Kai's planet on Battle of Gods?
Well, but then again, like I said, there's a limit on how many times you got in there. But I'm not sure if that's dub only or not.
Why was Gotenks able to go Super Saiyan 3 with ease? It's a video topic.
Because he's Goten and Trunks, and they already went Super Saiyan with ease.
Yeah, I mean that's basically it, but I do want to expand upon it with a video topic. One of my shorter discussions at like 5 minutes.
Like as you've said before to me, that like you said, Toriyama wanted them to be strong.
Right.
Be able to keep up, so that's pretty much why. Probably because it's funny too.
Man, we've answered a lot of questions.
Toriyama does a lot of stuff because
he does a lot of stuff and he does a lot of crazy things too. Do you like Batman? Everyone does. I think he's an overrated superhero because of all the new recent stuff, and everyone thinks he can beat anyone. But
saying Batman can't beat Vegito.
Yeah, right.
Batman is pretty cool.
Yeah, but I mean Batman's pretty cool. I mean the Arkham City game, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City is pretty good.
Origins is pretty good too.
Never played it. Never played Origins. Favorite DC superhero? Man. Oh.
Is it
See, I'm not
Injustice at the end.
Don't spoil Injustice.
I didn't spoil anything.
No one knows what happens. I'm not too into comic books. That's more for my friend Phil. He's really into the comic books.
Phil, if you actually get this far, comment.
He's not
please.
gonna get this far.
Maybe you'll have to tell him.
He'll watch 3 minutes and be like, "Oh, fuck this shit."
That does sound language.
Yeah. They were warned early on. Sort of.
15 minutes in or something.
Whatever. No skin off my nuts.
That's offensive.
I don't have a favorite superhero for DC. I don't have one.
Like him, I don't read comics too much. Batman's pretty cool. I know I said that pretty much the same.
He's not super though.
Yeah, but he's a superhero.
No.
His power is being rich and an orphan.
Deathstroke. Deathstroke's not a hero, but I'm picking Deathstroke because he's pretty cool.
Oh,
Slade.
I can pick
Slade
Batman,
Wilson. Well, Deathstroke actually has superpowers, kind of. He's got a healing factor.
Wade Silson or whatever.
Slade Wilson, not Wade Slilson. Hope everyone bashes you in the comments.
What was Deadpool's name? Wasn't it Wade something? Was it? Make fun of him, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Was it Wade Slilson or is it?
No, it's Wade something. Wade Wilson. Wade Wilson, that's what it was.
I didn't know if it was just Wade Wilson because you said
Yep.
Deathstroke was Wilson too, so I thought it might be different.
Favorite cereal? Sam, you kind of answered this earlier. Would you like to recap it?
Probably those marshmallow matey, the chocolate marshmallow maties. Maybe Cinnamon Toast Crunch. If you want
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is overrated. Cookie Crisp, Waffle Crisp, any crisps.
I used to like Cookie
Wheat
Crisp,
Thins.
but not as good now.
Wheat Thins, man.
What about those Crave?
Crave was pretty good, but I don't know. I think it's too sweet.
Yeah, it gets
That's the cereal with like the chocolate inside of it. It's actually pretty popular, I think.
Kind of like they're kind of like Captain Crunch shaped.
Alright.
The non-berry parts, or I guess there's just straight up Captain Crunch. It's kind of like that shape with chocolate in it, but it's not that same material.
Alright.
You guys can look it up, I guess.
What age was Nappa in the Saiyan saga? I think he's honestly was around 50 something. I'm pretty sure it's like what it says. At least on the wiki page, if you want to go by wikis or not, I try not to ever, but sometimes, as long as they cite their sources, it's viable. But last time I looked around, I think it was around 52. I'm not positive, but it was close. He was middle-aged. He was old.
I think it was around over 9,000 minutes. At least.
Man, I'm going to hit you.
He will, too. He's not joking.
What if Kid Vegeta, Nappa, and Kid Raditz came to Earth during Dragon Ball and enlist Goku? Do you think Kid Goku would be more open to join them at a younger age after learning what it means to be Saiyan? Would Goku be a positive influence on their characters at that point? You want to answer this first? I think this is a good question.
First.
This is a good question.
Well, in Dragon Ball Minus, they showed you Raditz when he was already like, I think he was like a teenager or something around that. He looked, he definitely wasn't like kid size like Goku.
He's probably around the same age as Vegeta.
I'm not sure how old yeah, he's probably around there. But he wasn't a kid like Goku then, so I don't think Goku would go with them probably. I mean, I guess
I think he would consider it.
Maybe.
He was if he heard about fighting, he'd probably consider it, but I don't think he'd do it.
Like, are we talking like before he even meets Bulma or what? I mean, obviously, I guess you're not gonna answer right now.
Yeah, it's actually definitely hard to say.
Maybe pre-Bulma he might have went.
Yeah.
They'd just have to be a little subtle with it.
That's true,
I
yeah.
don't think he'd go if they just straight up said they were gonna
I don't think Nappa would be clever. Nappa wouldn't be very clever about it.
They probably wouldn't know he wouldn't be evil.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't go, but he definitely would be more susceptible. But he probably still wouldn't. But he wouldn't be able to stop it if he got stolen.
Probably not.
Way too weak.
Just grab him by the tail.
Nappa probably wasn't that much weaker than he was, honestly, when, well, Vegeta would still be he was still already stronger than Nappa.
Vegeta said he was stronger than his dad, didn't he? When he was a boy.
That might have been, it might have been from the Bardock movie, but
I think it was, actually, I think that was in the Broly movie. I just saw, that was last week.
Yeah, you just saw it, like,
so I guess
yesterday, didn't you?
That's not the first time I saw it, but, Saturday, right?
On Toonami, yeah. Alright.
On Toonami. I think it may have been that movie when he said he surpassed his father, though. Or I heard it when I was playing Tenkaichi 3. Not sure. I've been doing a lot of that lately.
Do you prefer Kakarot or Goku? And does it bother you if someone prefers to calling him the other of your choice? I call him Goku. I'll call him Kakarot if I'm like joking around about like impersonating Vegeta or something. But
or Broly.
Yeah, if you call him Kakarot, that's fine. I don't find too many people that do that. But if you do it, whatever, man. It's your choice. How about you?
Well, personally, I get offended if anyone calls him anything other than Kaka Carrot Cake.
That's true, because he is true Super Saiyan lesbian. Super Saiyan lesbian. That's what they say.
Okay, I don't care what you call him. Well, I mean, if you call him like a douchebag or something, but name for Kakarot or Goku, I don't care. I call him Goku though, but I'm not gonna be bothered if you call him something different.
Favorite android? Canon speaking, Cell.
What about 8?
Hey, that's cop out, but Cell.
I like 16.
Why do you like 16?
He likes the birds.
I like the birds.
I like the birdies.
Android 18's always been a fan favorite, I'm not suggesting I'm not suggesting anything here.
Real suggestive there.
I'm not
saying don't search for on Yahoo Images.
Don't search Android 18 on Yahoo with safe search off, because safe search was off by default. Now, I'm not saying this was me, a friend of mine. Real generic response or cop out there. Just don't search for Android 18 on Yahoo. Always use Google.
I'm pretty sure I have it on Google too.
This has been the craziest Q&A.
I've had crazier.
You've had none.
Shut up.
What would Goten be like if he was in the history of Trunks? Wow.
Well,
if he
probably would beat up the androids.
Yeah?
If it's the same
I mean, he went Super Saiyan against Chi-Chi. Because Chi-Chi was trying to hit him. Yeah, I mean, I think he would be strong enough to beat the androids if he kept training. But
be trained by Gohan and Trunks.
yeah, he'd have to be trained by them, but I think he would be able to. He had more potential than Gohan, I'm pretty sure.
Not sure I like this next question.
Yeah, well, we gotta read it.
Awful jokes.
Oh, would you like to read it? Go ahead.
Which would you prefer, a Kamehameha hand job or some Chala head Chala? If you're like me, you'll probably just want a Big Bang attack, I bet. I prefer to be Wolfang fisted 4 months ago.
God damn, who asked this? Man, you are a funny man. I'm going for some Chala head Chala.
I gotta think of what that move is. So
Dragon Fist?
I'd love that.
That's not canon, though.
I wouldn't love that. Probably the Big Bang.
Yeah?
No. Big Bang Kamehameha hand job attack.
So you going for the finish?
Gotta get both.
That's... Alright.
You know what? The tit job beam.
That's not...
Shut up!
Oh, wow.
What's the generic attack, like the energy volley?
Just called energy volley.
Just straight up energy volley? Let's do that.
That's just not even sexual.
Shut up! Super Ghost Kamikaze attack.
Some Super Ghost Kamikaze.
It was. I didn't need to do that. The ghost already is all.
This
white
is an 18 rated Q&A.
I think I recall them sticking to each other.
This is rated. This is definitely rated M for mature.
White and sticky.
Yep.
Think that way.
All right. All right. It always seemed like there weren't that many Namekians to begin with, even before Frieza and his men started slaughtering them. Why were there so few of them on a big planet? I actually know the answer to this. Do you? There was. You want an answer? Because I already know.
Like some cataclysm of some sort.
Yep, there was a cataclysmic event. It was discussed in the beginning of Z after the Saiyan saga. Popo described how Kame would used to say he was sent to Earth. Kami was. He was sent to Earth because there was a cataclysmic event that happened on Namek, and there wasn't really supposed to be any survivors, but there were a few of them, and I guess they could have asexually reproduced. But that's why there was some event that happened. I don't know the logistics about it, but there was an event that happened, so that answers your question. Do you watch Arrow or The Flash? Not at all. You know what those are?
I think The Flash is on CW. Maybe The Arrow is too. Something like that. I don't watch them.
I think that
there's shows about Green Arrow.
Just like a few years ago, how there was a trend about all the fairy tales that are being being made for adults, basically, in the older audience.
Right.
They're doing this with superheroes. They're making all these series, and I think it's getting a little bit crazy. A lot of different trends nowadays that are a little bit upsetting. Oh, I like the question after this.
You don't like this one right here too?
I know what question we're gonna answer on. Or end it on. Actually, you know what? We'll finish up all these questions and then end it. So we're going to do it at 50 minutes, but we might as well finish up all the ones we see right here. Cause I don't.
We're doing 45.
No, 50.
Okay.
But I guess it's going to be probably 55 now, but
like
whatever it takes to finish these up for, all these subscribers, I guess.
It's over 9,000 seconds.
It's not going to be over 9,000 seconds.
When?
Right? It wouldn't be.
I don't know. Do some math.
No, because 100 minutes would be 60. 100 minutes would be 600. 6,000 seconds, right?
Sorry. Ain't happening, guys.
Guys, I'm terrible at math. Alright.
9,000 milliseconds then. It's over that.
What's your favorite pizza? Stuffed crust. I don't care the topping, stuffed crust. You eat it backwards.
What was the one they had at Pizza Hut? That was like the stuffed crust?
The ones you could pop off the crust?
No, not that. It was like, I think it might have stuffed something. I never got to have it though. Yeah, I didn't get the one.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't remember what it was. It was something special they have. Stuffed crust was something else.
If you guys know what he's talking about, comment it, but I don't think anyone knows what he's talking about.
Stuffed crust is pretty awesome. I also like...
Stuffed crust is the best.
I don't usually get that too often though.
You tell me...
usually go to Pizza Hut.
Tell me you would get one kind of pizza over stuffed crust.
If I had the choice, stuffed crust.
Yeah, that's like the automatic answer for me. You can eat it in reverse.
Also,
as Team 4-Star Goku would say.
Regular, and then you can just get some sauce.
Either way you eat it, man. Either way you eat it is fine. All right, this is a good one. Batman versus Roshi. No prep time. I'm gonna make it fair. No prep time for Batman. Roshi's way faster. Roshi can bench more.
Batman is pretty good at fighting, though.
As far as I know, Batman can bench press about 1,000 pounds. If I'm familiar, if I'm right on that. Kid Goku was seen crushing boulders with his hands. Roshi was stronger than Goku,
strong.
but then Goku was kind of stronger than him in some senses.
Who's the strongest guy Batman's fought? Like, you know,
he beat Superman in one universe.
Superman's OP as shit.
Superman's dumb as hell. Batman's done some really dumb shit too. DC doesn't make sense in all comic books. The thing I like about Dragon Ball is there's actual evolution to the character's strength.
There's only one main universe. There aren't 5 million versions.
Unless you count Battle Gods, well, they're universes.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's not 5 million versions of Goku hanging out there for us to all view.
Yeah, they didn't make it clear on what they meant by universes. I assumed they meant it as like realms.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like it wasn't like multiverses take on it, that they're all similar, you know, with each their own Goku and such. Kind of seemed like they were just individual things, kind of like planets being different.
Yeah, I think Roshi would take it.
Probably Roshi.
Unless Batman can... I mean...
Probably hurt Batman if he needed to.
His Kamehameha wave could blow up the moon. I mean, granted, he had to charge it, but he blew up the moon. Batman can't survive that, and I doubt he could be fast enough to dodge it.
He probably could dodge it.
Side note, I believe ScrewAttack in their death battle for Batman versus Captain America, Batman won. Captain America would have trashed him.
I asked you a question on that. You never. I asked you.
What was the question?
I asked you who would have won. You never told me.
I think Captain America
ignored me. I didn't see it.
Lost that fight, and he should have won.
I just heard that. I heard that people were saying that was stupid.
And I don't like Captain America that much, but he should have won. I try not to be biased.
Why would he win? Or you'll tell me later. You don't need to take forever.
You can go watch the death battle later.
No.
At least watch their analysis. Their shitty analysis on every death battle they ever made.
I read that next one wrong.
Oh.
I read female vagina.
I know that one's from Phil. I know that.
It usually is.
The one after this. In an extremely hypothetical situation, what if Raditz survived Piccolo's special beam cannon? Still leaving Goku dead, Raditz then proceeds to beg for mercy, realizing the horror of actually killing his own brother. Then, and joins the Z Fighters in an attempt to stop Vegeta and Nappa. Okay, to answer the first part, but I don't think Raditz would give a fuck if Goku died. Do you?
The only thing he cared about, and I think he pretty much had already given up on Goku joining him. That's like the only thing he cared about, that he wouldn't have Goku to help him.
He would have killed Piccolo.
I don't think he would have cared at all. He probably would have bled out or something.
But if
Piccolo didn't just finish him off.
Alright. And to answer the second part, I mean, Raditz didn't have potential at all. Raditz was training. Raditz is not naturally strong, really. He was very weak. He would not be a chance for even Nappa. You could even argue that if he was training, a Cyberman could still beat him.
What about Super Saiyan 3
because the Cybermens are around the same strength as Raditz was on, in the Saiyan saga. And I don't think he has much potential for growth, for training. But that's really hypothetical and kind of impossible for that to happen. Kill one, fuck one, marry one. Fat female Boo, Baba, or female Vegeta. I actually know this one because I already knew it in advance.
Well, I mean, you don't even need it to be female Boo. You've seen how malleable he is.
He's not even gender, I don't think. I'm gonna go with marry the Boo. Kill Baba because she's an old bag. And fuck female Vegeta because, I mean, it might be a female Vegeta, but it's still a female. I've seen some interesting fan art. I mean, it's probably going to be more attractive than a Boo and a Baba.
Young.
Hey, who cares? Doesn't even voice Frieza anymore.
How about you have Boo absorb female Vegeta and Baba?
And fuck them?
You fuck, marry, and try to kill.
No. Kill, fuck, then marry.
Okay.
In that order. Next question.
If you can manage to kill. I don't know, I just can't say.
I'll go Super Saiyan 4 and whoop their ass.
I guess that works.
Can SSJ God Vegito beat Whis? Absolutely wouldn't even be a contest.
At the time of Battle Gods, or when Vegito actually...
Even when Vegito was in the... I don't think Goku got that much stronger from Battle Gods, from Z to Battle Gods.
How many years was it? Like 2 or 3? Or was it?
I think it's like
5.
3. I think it's 3. That's off the top of my head, but
Maybe
I
it's
think
5 for,
even
5
Vegito from Z would be able to beat him as an SSJ god, definitely, because Vegito was insanely strong.
Though he wouldn't be able to be an SSJ. They'd have to get Tarble, I guess, to come over.
Is Tarble actually canon or not?
He's mentioned in the movie.
In the movie, but I still consider that movie anime canon.
Well, we're talking about Battle Gods, so
I still consider Battle Gods anime canon, not manga canon, because Akira Toriyama never stated it once to be canon. He says, I've never been more deeply involved in a project since the manga. Gregory's in the Tarble movie.
Is he in Battle Gods? I don't remember.
Well, if he's mentioned in Battle Gods, I don't think he's in Battle Gods, but if he's mentioned in Battle Gods, you can link that to the Tarble movie.
No, Gregory.
Yeah, Gregory's in the Tarble movie. If you link those two movies together, they have to be relation to each other. Go watch Black and Fist video on what is canon in Dragon Ball, and you'll understand what I'm talking about when I say that the movie's anime canon. Go watch it. If you disagree with me at all, definitely just watch that video, because he'll explain it better than I can. Did you want to add anything?
Well, I think Bulma mentioned his brother when they were trying the Super Saiyan God thing.
Yeah, he mentioned the brother, yep.
I mean, if we're talking for Super Saiyan God, we're talking about the movie then. So, I mean, in this case, he'd exist. So I'm just saying they'd have to get him.
Congrats on 300 subscribers. This is from Dragon Ball Z Gamer. Thank you very much. I'm definitely really grateful for all the love and support and all that stuff. Pretty much all you guys are great when you comment on my videos. No one's really an asshole or anything like that.
Just Phil.
It's good. It's good.
Just Phil.
I think the people that comment and are assholes about it don't really.
They don't usually come.
They aren't even subscribers.
Well, that guy who said some math. He said he had math to prove you wrong.
He said he had math to prove me wrong on my Super Saiyan 4 versus God video. I kept asking him to prove it, and he never proved it. He was like, "Oh, I'll get back to you on it." He never proved it. He never proved it. You had no math to prove it. I'm the only person I've ever seen to come up with that math, and I mean, you can disagree with my math, but I tried my very damn best to find out, you know, a real answer for it, and I did a lot of research and a lot of effort went into that video. I didn't go pulling numbers out of my ass. They were really educated estimates of some of them, based on facts that we know about the series, and I think that was just the best job that could have been done there.
Well, I think your math was dumb because Super Saiyan God.
You agreed.
I do.
You
agree.
were so
I like Super Saiyan God more, but I do agree his math seems solid.
Yeah, I had you go over it too.
You did.
I had Phil go over it, but I don't care about it.
Didn't Phil fail math or something? Didn't you tell me he got like a really bad grade?
Yeah, but I passed my math. And you got like 90s, so that's why I had you go over it.
Yeah, but I went to like OCs. So.
Yeah, which had harder math.
You did. I didn't really do trig though.
Let's see if we can keep us in the hour mark.
Okay,
next question.
Shut up.
Do a video about how strong is Tien Shinhan in the Buu and Cell sagas. I'll do one about the Buu saga, definitely in the future, because I have wanted to do that, because Tien was really strong in the Buu saga, and I've also discussed with Phil about how strong I think he is, and I'll do a video on that. Cell saga, I don't really think I need to do, but good question nonetheless, and it's definitely a possible video topic that will happen in the future. So, sorry to anyone that didn't get their questions answered. A bunch of these popped up, and I'm not even going to look at them, so I don't feel bad about not answering any questions. You guys will get your questions answered. Hopefully next week. I will hopefully do a Q&A next week. I don't see why I won't. But yeah, that's basically it, guys. You know, as always, like the video if you enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed the super long Q&A. I think it's the longest one I've ever done. Thanks for over 300 subscribers. Hopefully we can reach 1,000 within another 6 months or something. I've had this channel for almost 6 months. I think it's been about 5.5, so let's see what we can do. But that's basically it. Like I said before, check out the channels that I've mentioned. My brother's channel, Comment Corner, Black and Fist, Quaman, Dr. Love 307. I'll leave links to all that in the description below. But that has been it. You want to say anything, Sam?
I'll catch you later.
That's right.
I just want to thank my over 5 subscribers. Thanks.
What's your outro for your videos gonna be? You gotta think of one right here on the spot before it hits an hour.
I'll catch you later, my boy cracking.
And I'll catch you later.